guys so much for coming out. This is awesome, man. This is good, dude. You guys drinking? A lot of 3 people? Cool. All right. We're locked in a bar right now. 3 of you are drinking. Nice. All right. Cool. Some of you smoking? Yeah. I knew there was 2 of you. I could smell it. I was like, who's got it? Dude, I was walking around. I was sniffing the back of your heads like Joe Biden. I was trying to find it. I was like, who's got it? Dude, I don't think Biden's into kids. I think he's just looking for drugs. I think that's all he's doing, dude. He's just looking around, dude. I don't smoke. I don't know why it's not legalized. 100% do not know. There are so many other things that are illegal, like should be illegal. Do you know what I mean? Like, you ever been to one of these places where you can drink beer and throw axes? Dude, have you guys been? Yeah, you guys have been. You guys are white, right? So, how is that legal, dude? It's okay for you to get drunk and throw a weapon, but you just can't sit on your couch high for 3 hours watching nature shows? Just, oh no, I might learn something. Dude, that's all my friends do that smoke. Dude, I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, and they're like the same person. They eat snacks all day. They ask a bunch of questions I don't have answers to. And they know so many random animal facts. It's crazy. They'll throw them at me, too. They'll be like, hey, man, did you know, like, some grizzly bears eat other grizzly bears? I'm like, dude, is that true? And they're like, is what true? I'm like, all right, never mind. Maybe don't legalize it. I don't know. I did it one time. I went to Amsterdam, and I had to, right? Yeah, it's like the Olympics over there. So I was like trying to represent the country. And I smoked the drugs. And I got high and fell asleep for 9 hours. And then I woke up still high. And I panicked, and I was like, dude, and I Googled, is this forever? And I was like, this is not for me. This is not for me at all, you know? Like, I need to be sharp 100% of the time. That's why I can't do it, you know? I'm not that smart. I'm trying to learn more words. I recently found out what a sapiosexual is. Do you guys know what that is? No. Yeah? All right. Dude, sapiosexual, for those of you who don't know, sapiosexual is someone who's attracted to intelligence over physical appearance. So, yeah, that's why you guys haven't heard of that shit. That's why. I didn't know that was a thing, dude. How do you even find out you're into that? Are you just, like, watching Jeopardy and get a boner over the winter? What happens? You just got pictures of Neil deGrasse Tyson on your wall? Like, this guy. Oh, man. The stuff I bet he knows. I've been trying to get smarter. Like I've been trying to read more. Like I can read. Let me rephrase that. I can totally read. All right. But I've been trying to read more. Like I read a book about the Wright Brothers. You guys know who they are? Yeah. No, you gotta ask. Some people are homeschooled. You ever meet one of those people? You could ask them, you'd be like, hey, who invented flight? And they're like, Joel Osteen? And you're like, ugh, gross, what? Why don't you stay home, or whatever it is you do? So I was reading this book about the Wright Brothers. It's about 2 guys, Orville and Wilbur Wright, 2 guys named after farm animals. And, yeah, in the book, the first flight in history was 12 seconds long. And they had a bunch of failed flights. The first one they counted, they were like 12 seconds long, first flight. I was like, only a man would count 12 seconds as a first time, right? That's good, right? Dude, if they were the Wright sisters, they wouldn't even counted that as a flight. They would have been like, that's more of a glide than a flight, I feel like. Let's just call that premature aviation. I think that's a good name. Dude, if they're the Wright sisters, they would just be like, dude, that flight has to be at least 5 minutes and you have to change positions 3 times. Minimum. I can just imagine Orville and Wilbur Wright looking at each other after 12 seconds like, I flew, did you fly? I flew so hard, dude. They're like, you want to fly again? He's like, you gotta give me 6 hours between flights. I can't do this. I'm not in college anymore, man. Need some healing time. Yeah, I'm trying to learn more. I'm trying to be more of an alpha dude, I guess. I'm not that. Some stuff about me is, some is not. For instance, like I like to watch sports still. Like I watch UFC, watch a lot of that. Sometimes we'll invite like my friends over. We'll like order the fight. And one time we ordered the fight, this UFC fight, and these two dudes, it was like talking about the rivalry between these two guys that are about to fight. And the two guys are like facing out off, and I didn't see the weigh-in, and they're getting in each other's face like this, trying to intimidate each other. And one of the dudes just goes, "Mwah," and kisses the other dude. And at first I thought I ordered the wrong thing. And I was like, which, by the way, I paid $60. Even if I did, I'm going to watch it, dude. I would just tell my friends, be like, listen, guys, good news. I ordered the fight, but let's keep an open mind, okay? Let's check it out, dude. We're definitely going to see a submission tonight for sure. You know that phrase, lover or fighter? We'll see one of them, I'm sure. We'll see it. So sports is the thing that's like kind of manly about me. The thing is not, I'm kind of ashamed to admit this, but like I don't know how to fix anything. I don't know how to fix anything as a dude, you know? Like I have to YouTube how to fix stuff all the time. Anybody else use YouTube to fix stuff? Yeah? Oh, wow, hell yeah, okay. Me, two women in the front, great. It's, dude, I have to figure it out, dude. It's bad. Like even when I go into Ace Hardware and I know what I don't know what I'm doing in there at all. Like I'll go in there and they'll be like, hey, how can I help you? I'm like, come home with me. That's how you can come home with me. Please, I don't know what I'm doing. Just get in the car. And they're like, well, what do you need? I'm like, just do it before my wife gets home so she thinks I did it, please. So I have to call a handyman like all the time, you know? I got a flyer for a handyman one time, and the flyer said handyman and more. I was like, what is the more part? You know? It's like, it felt like a very mob boss type threat, you know? Like, hey, we're gonna fix your pipes, but also if someone saw something they shouldn't have, we can fix that too, you know? Take care of them. Here's the thing though, dude, when I have to get a handyman over, like, it doesn't matter if you have in your house, like there's a problem that's like 20 years old, or it's like brand new. Whoever comes in and tries to fix this thing, like, makes fun of the job before it. You know, he'll come and be like, oh yeah, this is all wrong, man. It's leaning to the left, it's off center. Looks like they tried to use an Elmer's glue instead of a wood glue. And then I just have to sit there and listen to this guy bash the repair job I just tried to do watching a YouTube video. And now I'm getting defensive. I'm like, all right, well, you know, maybe it's not done right, but I bet she's a nice guy. Bet you can fold laundry pretty good. Then I just start getting mad, and I want to be like, yeah, you know why it's leaning to the left? It's probably because he's got a fat dick. That's probably why it's leaning to the left. Why don't you fix it and call me when it's done? But my friends make fun of me because they can all fix stuff, and they're like, dude, what if you called a handyman and a woman showed up? What if a woman showed up? How embarrassed would you be? And I was like, you're right. I would be a little embarrassed. For my wife. Right? I would open the door with confidence and be like, thank God a real woman's here to fix some shit. Come on in. Keep the heels on. So, what we're gonna... No, those are different videos. I've seen. So, I don't... By the way, I'll go and get that out of the way. I don't watch porn. I don't watch porn anymore. It's bad. Don't do it, okay? And also, I have two little girls at home. I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. So, honestly, if it's just silent for 10 minutes... I'll come. Like, that's all I need. I could have a threesome with peace and quiet. If I hear my own thoughts, I'll start to chub up a bit. I swear to God. But also, don't watch it. I get to travel a lot for this. What I like to do when I travel is I like to watch horror movies. My wife doesn't like horror movies, so I'll watch horror movies. One of my favorite types of horror movies to watch are like haunted houses. I love those movies. My friends make fun of me though. They're like, dude, the movie's stupid. I'm like, well, that's how my friends sound, by the way. Idiots. That's what I hang out with them. Dude. Haunted houses are stupid. I don't know why. He's been grandfathered in our friendship, right? It's like, why are they dumb? They're like, cause Why doesn't the family just move out? Then there's no movie. They could just move out of the house. Then the movie's over. I'm like, okay, that's actually a pretty good point, honestly. But I'm like, the reason they don't move out of the house is because you have to move. Dude, moving is a nightmare. Moving is the last thing I ever want to do. My brother asked me to move last month. I don't talk to him anymore. All I'm saying is, like, if I moved into a house, right, and I just unpacked the last box, and all of a sudden the walls start bleeding, the cabinets start flipping around, there's two girls in the hallway holding hands like this, right? I would just look at my wife and be like, listen, let's just give it a year, okay? It's in a good school district. Even the two girls holding hands said it was. Dude, I would rather deal with a demon crawling on the ceiling every single night than have to move a dresser down a flight of stairs. I think that's why ghosts haunt one place when they die, because even when they die, they're like, I'm not moving. That's crazy. Honestly, I could live with two ghosts. I could live with the Holy One and Patrick Swayze. Those are the two. That's right. And honestly, like, that would be great, because, like, if I'm trying to fix some stuff, Patrick Swayze could come behind me and put his hands on my hands and show me how to fix some stuff. You guys ever notice that in haunted house movies, like, this is what I noticed too, it's always a white family. It's always a white family that stays in a haunted house. They're all the movies are about, and they just stay in there and they get murdered. I've never seen a haunted house with a black family, right? Black people, where are you? Dude, you wouldn't stay in a haunted house, would you?
Hell no.
Hell no, exactly, dude. Exactly. Dude, black people move out of their house if you show them a magic trick, right? You'd be like, is this your card? You'd be like, hell no. Gone, dude. Out of there. I'm getting older, though. I'm getting a little bit older. I'm about to be middle age. I'm 37, and I can feel it a little bit. You know, I'm bring my own pillow with me years old. That's how old I am. Like, dude, I wear Jordans, but I have to wear like orthotics in them now. It's sad. It's super sad. Like, I remember, like, when my friend asked me to come to a concert. He's like, hey man, let's go to Metallica. Let's go see them. One of my favorite bands of all time. And I was like, nah. And he's like, why? I was like, parking. I didn't want to deal with it. It's not my thing, dude. 37, like, middle-aged stuff is like when people ask you to do stuff like, hey, you want to do that? I'm like, oh, yeah, totally. And then you leave and like, you're going to do that? I'm like, no, not even close. Now that I'm thinking about it, dude, this is middle age. It's when I got a bird on my shirt, dude. When I bought this, it was ironic and silly. And now I'm like, the belted kingfisher is the best bird. Like, I just got into it. So, I had my first, I'll put it this way. I had my first old moment. All right? I went to the doctor a couple months ago, and the doctor was younger than me. That's hard, dude. That's a hard shift. You're like, oh no, it happened. You know? Because I'm used to like an old doctor, dude. I'm used to the guy that looks like a basset hound with a stethoscope. That's the guy. He's got his jowls flapping. He's like, you should exercise and watch out for diabetes. Right? I like that guy. But this guy was young. Honestly, he was too young, man. He was a little too young. Like, I felt like if he would have given me a physical, I would have gone to jail. That's how young he was. Like Chris Hansen was about to walk out and be like, hey, what are you doing here, huh? Do you always bring Mike's Hard Lemonade to your doctor's appointments? Have a seat. You know? Honestly, his age didn't bother me. There's plenty of people younger than me that know way more than I do. But the thing that threw me off that I did not like is that he was using young people vernacular. That bothered me. I was telling him what was going on with me, and he goes, oh, tight. Hey, doctor, Don't do that. I don't need a cool doctor, dude. I don't need a cool, hip, young doctor. I don't want this doctor getting my results and being like, oh yeah, so it looks like your blood pressure's pretty dope. Lungs are fire, heart sick, no cap, dead ass. I'm like, am I dying? What are you saying? Plus 37. 37. I'm approaching 40. I don't want this guy checking me out back there. You know? And some bro doctor, that's the last thing I need. Some guy putting on a glove and be like, listen, bro. I have to do this, and I don't want to. So, no homo. Tight. I have, like I said, I have 2 kids. Who here has kids? Clap if you have kids. Okay. Clap if you do not have kids. Yeah, okay. Here, listen to the energy shift. Did you guys hear that? Dude, that's the sound of disposable income. That is unreal. Good for you guys. Well rested. All that time to yourselves. What do you guys do? Amazing. I love having kids. I have two girls, and I love them the same, but I treat them a little different too. You know, like the first one came along. We had all her name is in scripture and calligraphy, embroidered on stuff. Peyton, beautiful. Second one came along. We had her stuff written in Sharpie, just Peyton's sister. People ask me, so those of you who don't have kids, people ask me all the time, like, what's the hardest part about having kids? Is it because it's, like, financially stressful or you don't get a lot of sleep? And I'm like, honestly, for me, the hardest part about having kids is brushing their teeth when I'm drunk. That's the hardest part. I'm, like, trying to brush her teeth. I'm like, stop moving around. She's like, I'm not. You are. I'm like, okay, whoa. I'm going to sit down to brush your teeth tonight, honey. Honestly, I think the hardest part is communication, because like they only know like so many words, and you're trying to convey. And if you don't get it right, dude, they have an epic-sized meltdown if they don't know exactly what you're talking about. For instance, we were going outside one day, and I was like, "It's gonna be hot. You're gonna want to wear shorts today." And she's like, "How hot is it?" I was like, "It's gonna be 90 degrees." And she's like, "I can only count to 30." I was like, "All right." I was like, "All right, put it this way. It's gonna be hotter than yesterday." And she goes, "How much hotter? Like this much hotter?" She's measuring with her hands. I'm like, yeah, like that much hotter. And then we get outside and she's like, it's hotter than you said it was gonna be! I'm like, sorry, I've never measured weather in terms of length before. That's crazy. You'd never see the weatherman get on and be like, hey, watch out, it's 3 feet of hot out there, so stay hydrated. Her main thing is like, you know, clothes bother her. Like one time she's like, my pants are too twisty. She's like, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what that is. You know? I'd love to help. I would love to go into a store and be like, sir, where's your untwisty pants in here? They're just gonna look at me and be like, dude, how much have you had to drink? Untwisty pants. And I'm gonna be like this much. I've had this much to drink. Need a place to sit down, man. We had a really big teaching moment, though. We had our first big teaching moment when my daughter was 4, right? This is what happened. Birthday party was next door. She goes over to the birthday party, and the little girl over there got toy makeup, right? And they're playing around with that. And after the birthday party, we got home, closed the door, and immediately when I closed the door, my daughter just starts bawling like crazy. And I settled her down. I was like, honey, what's wrong? And after she like gathered herself and stopped crying, she was like, I want makeup because I'm not beautiful. Dude, 4 years old this starts, dude. Broke my heart. But I was like, honestly, this is a good teaching moment too, though, okay? I was like, honey, you don't need makeup to be beautiful, okay? But your friend Jessica? Needs a real good personality. She needs... Dude, I'm messing around. I'm messing around up there, all right? Chill. All I'm saying is pretty people have it easier. We can all agree on that, men and women, right? Yeah. Dude, exactly. Whenever I see a pretty person crying, I don't even feel bad. Dude, I'm like, what's the matter? No free shit today? Huh? Like, if I see a pretty person, like, driving a nice car, I'm like, that's not your car. Someone gave you that for being pretty, right? But if I see an ugly person driving a nice car, I think, that's a hard worker. They earned that car. They had to. Did a lot more for it, for sure. Dude, we were lucky, though. We were lucky with, obviously, with COVID and stuff. We were raising our kids in that. And for, like, a whole year and a half, right? Like, you know, the kids, they were just hanging out with the grandparents. And thank God for that. They were around to, like, take care of them, but that is not good. That is not healthy that the grandparents were their best friends. I was like, dude, we got to get these kids around people their own ages. Dude, my 4-year-old was starting her sentences with back in my day. I was like, what do you mean back in your day? What do you mean yesterday? What do you mean by that? Like, a 4-year-old shouldn't sit down and groan like, ugh. Like, no, you don't have to do that, honey. That's Nana and Grandpa. Like, I was getting close to dinner one time, and she asked for a snack. I was like, no, we're getting too close to dinner right now. You can't have a snack. And she turned around and she goes, psh, damn millennials. I was like, dude, what? We started preschool. They had to start preschool, getting around kids their own ages. I got them out of there. I got them out of there right before they started picking up their own toys, being like, let me guess, made in China? That's what I thought. I'm married. I'm glad I don't date anymore. It's weird, though, that my friends who date, they still ask for advice from me. I'm like, I don't have any advice for you at all. I was like, my advice is like, be open-minded. That's it. You know? Like, a lot of celebrities aren't open-minded. Dude, like Leonardo DiCaprio, he only dates women that are 25 and younger. That's weird, right? He's 48. He's 48, 25 and younger. Dude, I have internet passwords older than 25 years old. Ninja Turtles 69, exclamation point, right? You can know my passwords. What are you going to do? Take nothing from me? Huh? I've been paid in beer tickets before. That's why, and here's the thing is I get it, though. Leonardo DiCaprio is like 48. He wants to be a bachelor. So, like, 25 years old, that's when girls start to ask, like, hey, where's this going? Right? And he's just like, right off my yacht. Whoa! Just pushing her in. That's why he's such like a big environmental activist, right? He's trying to leave a cleaner world for his future girlfriends. Oh, I'm the bad guy. Sure. Okay, yeah. Grown. Here's the thing, though. Madonna, she was 64 and dated a dude that was 23. A lot of people didn't hear about that. But I get it, though. I understand that because she's had a lot of work done. She doesn't look 64. She looks like an alien. Dude, it was like she went into her plastic surgeon and was like, hey, make me look out of this world. And he was like, I think I know exactly what you mean. I would love to have both of them in a movie together. I would call it Alien versus Predator. And that would be a good reboot, dude. I like being married, though. I think it's nice. Like, being married is way better than dating. You know, sex-wise, it's fun. You know, clap if you're married in here. Yeah. No one else agrees with me. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. You don't have to agree with me on that. It's fine. I don't know. Like me and my wife, it's fun because like we know each other, right? Like, she just has to wink, and I go, all right, I'll grab the belt and the cream cheese. Like, that's all we have to do. I know where this is going. I don't have to figure her out. One of my friends is like, dude, I don't know how you do it. How do you have sex with the same person every day? I'm like, you don't. Every day? Maybe once a quarter. Maybe. Like, me and my wife's favorite position right now is that, like, I'll sit on the couch and she'll come sit on the other couch and we'll both watch Netflix. That's our favorite position. I just don't like the whole figuring out dating thing, right? Because when you're dating, you could be having sex and you're like, you like that? When you're married, I'm like, don't act like you don't like that right now. I know you like that. I got receipts for it, lady. You do have to make it interesting sometimes. I remember in 4th grade, me and my friend were rooting around in his parents' bedroom, and we found a whip underneath the bed. But we didn't know what it was at the time. We were in 4th grade, so I was just like, wow, dude, your dad's Indiana Jones. That's crazy. So this is the Temple of Doom, huh? And he's like, that's what Mom calls it. I don't know. Here's the thing: I don't want to yuck anyone else's yum, okay? But that's not for me. It doesn't compute for me because, like, isn't life hard enough? You know what I mean? Like, dude, you were late to work. Your boss chews you out. You're driving back from work. Your check engine light comes on. You're late on your bills. You just sit down and you're like, God, today sucked. You know what would make it better? If someone beat the shit out of me today, that would be awesome. Pour hot wax on my taint, just punch my feet, whatever I do. I say I'm not into it, but I might be. I might be. I don't know. Because I was doing laundry one day, and I was getting clothes out of the hot dryer, and a zipper burned me right on the forearm. And my natural instinct was, finding out stuff about myself up here. I don't know, we might start slow. We can't just, like, come in with whips. I might have my wife start nice and easy. You know, hit me with a pillow, call me a bitch. Something simple, right? Maybe thinking about, like, my parents are getting old, you know? They're getting old. Still in good health, but my dad's bringing up death a lot lately. And that's because we've been watching, like, my grandpa, he had to go in an old folks home. He had bad dementia. So we were taking care of him for a long time, you know? And my dad was doing this for a year or so. And he walked out one day, and you could just see it on his face. He was just tired of dealing with it. He's like, son, if I ever get like that, I want you to take me in the backyard, and I want you to shoot me. I was like, Dad, I'm never going to do that. Unless it's in writing, then I will, dude. I can't have the cops go off of my word. I don't want him to be laying here, and they're like, what the hell happened here? I'm like, oh, don't worry, my dad said it was cool. Besides that, now I have to figure out when to do that. That's on me. I don't want to do that. One day, my dad's just like, I can't find my keys anywhere. And I got to be like, come on in the backyard, Dad. We got to do this right now, okay? Guys, that's my time. Thank you guys so much for coming out.